Yeah, there was a couple of things that were immediately really attractive, and the first being that this project's out in Alberta.
We've been working on this project for over a year, and the crux of the project is to start to engage youth from Morley and Exshaw with youth from Canmore, Lake Louise and Banff to help break down some barriers they may have between each other. We felt that this project really needed to have that youth element and to incorporate the students from all the schools in the Bow Valley into workshops with both lead artists, with Jason Botkin and Jarus.
Well, the town took the lead on this project many months ago through one of our staff, Dawn Saunders-Dahl. And she saw the opportunity with the Canada 150 granting and saw this as a really great opportunity to reach out through the arts and connect our 5 communities here in the Bow Valley.
Here in Exshaw, our school is 98% Stoney First Nation students who come in on buses, and the kids who live in Exshaw take buses and go to Canmore. And we are working together to try and get the school and the community more mixed so that as the newer kids that are being born now, because we've got quite a baby boom that's happening, as they grow up, that they will go to the Exshaw school and will begin to develop more relationships. When Dawn with the Town of Canmore came forward with the murals project idea, she needed different places to put murals, and me, of course, going, people at the community hall are wanting to have a mural. So that's how the Exshaw one got on.
Most of the year I spend traveling to places to paint. I arrive in a place with some idea of what the wall is going to look like. Everybody that, including tourists, including people that live here currently, and the indigenous populations that have lived here for thousands of years, all can relate in the sense that they care about wildlife and they care about, preserving nature.
Well, often when I'm painting these walls, I kind of ask myself this question, like, why am I here? There's not tremendous amounts of money here. These are not visible walls. Not a lot of people will see them. But I think that's the question we're asking each other quite a bit. Do we actually believe that the work that we're doing by creating murals in these 5 communities is actually going to make a change? Murals instantly within a community get people talking. The content of the mural can be decorative or it can be really controversial and provocative, but they talk about those issues. That communication that's happening right there is the key.
Hold it at an angle, it makes that kind of like, it makes a hard line down here, but it makes a soft line going upwards.
Well, I would like to acknowledge the support of the federal government through the Canada 150 granting. I think that's a really great way to recognize the Canada's 150th birthday and at the same time bring communities together. We're close neighbors, but we're not at times and in every way as connected to each other as we could be.
majority of families that I work with definitely will argue that there's nothing to be celebrated here. We're celebrating colonization and a lot of pain. And a lot of healing that needs to be done. But at the same time, if it's an opportunity to bring kids together and to allow kids to be successful through school, then I think it's a good thing. Kids come to school with so many strengths and stories and histories that we have to find ways to tune into those and help propel them forward.
We have a wide variety of students in our building, really kind of a cross-cultural look at education in our buildings. And our school district has been working with the Stoney Education Authority over the last few years to create more connections. And this is just another example of how seeing, feeling, and doing things together bring us together in terms of an understanding.
Instructed them a little bit about like how we make compositions for photos and how we take photos for references for paintings. And so all of the pieces on here are actually constructed of all of the photos they sent in at the end of the day. So all the kids sent in photos and I kind of like arranged them in a way that kind of strung them together.
This was the whole intent, was to make sure that this becomes a legacy of our teachings, of our spiritual connections to the land. And we wanted to leave this as a legacy so that our future children will use this as part of the learning of who they are.
Everywhere, on water and on land.
I hope that this happens more often in the future, because I had fun doing it and I'd like to see the younger generations, like my little siblings and cousins, doing stuff like this. To get students who are interested in this to come together and create something that really makes a lot of connections. Friendships, who knows, maybe they'll last throughout your life.
Not I, not anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it for yourself.